What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We are going to talk about the Megan Thee Stallion versus Milagro Gramz case. Again, I did not talk about yesterday, really. It was kind of like hit or miss. But today, it's a little different because originally I was feeling like Megan had it, especially day one. Day two, which we didn't talk about, I felt was more in Milagro's favor. And today is day three, and tongue tied. Today is day three, and I was feeling kind of like, okay, Megan got this, but then now I'm kind of feeling like maybe Milagro has this, so this ain't black and white. And again, I want to say this because there's been a lot of conversation like, oh, you should be wishing that or hoping that Milagro wins because this is going to be bad for all bloggers and stuff like that. Listen, if people want to sue you, they want to sue you. So it doesn't matter if this person or that person gets sued. At the end of the day, if somebody feels like they want to sue you, especially here in America, everybody sue happy, they will sue you. So whoever got a lawsuit, that's their lawsuit. That ain't mine. So F what y'all talking about. But hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. What's up, y'all? I forgot to share this on Instagram for my community. Hold on, let me share this real quick. And then we'll hop on right on into it. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2, bringing you another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody feeling? How everybody living today? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Kita? What's up, Bunny? Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. I know more people are going to come in the room. This is kind of like an impromptu live. I didn't have this set up, so I know some of y'all will either catch the replay or come a little bit later. But again, we're going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm just going to give like a rough of day two real quick because that's the day that I missed. So basically in day two, let me put them up on the screen. So we got Megan on the left and then Milagro on the right. Okay. So day two, Milagro was basically on the stand for the whole day. And basically what they were trying to get her was to almost admit that what she knew, what she was saying was a lie. But she was strong in her conviction. And like, she was all like, no, this is what I believe. They even played the audio of the gunshots. And she said, I heard three gunshots, some girls fighting, and then I heard somebody say like, stop, 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 and then heard two more shots. So she's still going with the narrative that it was Kelsey that shot Megan, not Tori, but Megan. I mean, not Kelsey. It was Kelsey and not Tori who shot Megan. She's still going with that. She holding strong. She's saying like, also the reason why she didn't believe Megan was because Megan lied about certain things. She held true to that. She was really on top of the whole, okay, well, this is what I believe. I believe that they did X, Y, and Z. She believes that Tori is innocent. She's holding strong to that. And this kind of goes into day three, which was today. She said, no, that was yesterday. I'm reading my notes right now. She wants to believe Megan because they asked her if Tori, basically they asked her in a way like, if Tori was the one who did it, would you apologize or something to that effect, right? And she basically said that she wants to believe Megan, but she lied. So that's why it's hard for her to believe her, but she wants to believe, believe her story or whatever. And so, she put on the waterworks and cried. She did what she was supposed to do, right? Day two, the reason why I feel like that was so significant and why day two worked in Milagro's favor is because they don't know who these people are. They have no clue who these people are. When you hear Daystar, Sunstar, all these different names coming up, you're kind of like, who? Who? I know even for me, like I go like Daystar. Oh, Tory Lanez, that's his real name, Daystar, right? So you're throwing out all these names and all these different people, and granted, we can't even just say, oh well, the black people, they know who these people are. No, they don't have to know who they are, especially if they're not of this generation and they're not online. They definitely don't know who a Milagro is. Megan, yeah, they would know who that is, but Milagro, they don't know who she is. They're like, who? What? Huh? This is not some high profile case where you got like a Diddy or something like that. We know who Diddy is, but a Milagro, you don't know who that is. And that's no disrespect to Milagro. I'm just saying, like, on the scale of celebrity, that's far down the list. And even with Megan, I wouldn't say Megan is a star, but I wouldn't consider her necessarily like an A-lister. Oh, dang, that might be controversial. I wouldn't consider Megan like, she's known, but I wouldn't say she's well known. I don't know. Would we put Megan on the same level as Cardi B? What's up, Addicted? Will we put Megan on that same level as Cardi B? I don't know. And I'm not saying that she's not popular and she's not famous, but as far as that level, I don't think Megan has reached that kind of superstardom. But she's always booked for jobs. You can't deny that. Which leads me into today. The funny part about the whole job thing is that they said that she lost out on many opportunities because she was so stressed and, from the PTSD of being talked about online. Megan still technically did work. Now, is it possible that some opportunities, obviously what they stated, that there was like something that she was supposed to do for the women's soccer team. She was supposed to be in Call of Duty, but that ended up going to Nicki Minaj after Megan said that, when she realized that her character could be shot, she decided to back out. And she's saying that's due to the PTSD with everything. The interesting thing about the PTSD, and I'm not saying that Megan doesn't suffer from anything, it's hard just to say that would be from just Milagro. It's hard to say, okay, Milagro is the cause of everything that went bad in your life. Because they also mention Joe Budden, DJ Academics, Nicki Minaj with the diss track Bigfoot. Are you trying to say that those people did not affect your mental too as well in just Milagro? And that's what I said. Like, it's a hard sell to say that it was just Milagro. Now, can we say Milagro played a part? Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. We ain't gonna lie about that. I love making suit and In Vogue updo. Oh, it does kind of remind you of In Vogue, huh? Again, can we say that Milagro is the sole reason for Megan's mental breakdown? And mind you, she went to some kind of treatment. She paid $240, 240,000 a month, 240K a month for this treatment. That's a lot of money. Also Lenore Walker, I guess she's a well-known like therapist and stuff like. I've never heard of her, but she was the specialist, and you recognize that Megan had PTSD. Also, Travis Ferris, her manager at the time, said that Megan was very stressed, she was depressed, and was kind of like her character witness. But one thing that kind of got me was that he stated that she wasn't drinking, or he hardly seen her drink. They only drank during celebrations. But that's obviously a lie, because if you remember in the documentary on Prime, remember on Amazon Prime, Megan came out with that documentary. She said she was drinking. She was drinking heavily and shit like that. And she was trying to drown out the pain from losing her mom. So that, to me, that's going to be proven as a lie. What's up, Miss Kitty? And the thing is, I don't know if Milagro's defense team like brought that up. Like, well, Megan said that she had, an issue with drinking because of the passing of her mom and stuff like that. Maybe they didn't want to go into that, because that would have made them seem like, okay, well, you're bullying someone who's depressed because they lost their mother. So maybe that's why they didn't harp on that. But I definitely would have harped on it. Milagro didn't have the blicky. True. And I think also, too, another argument, let me put your comment up. It's obvious that Milagro was close with Tori. It's obvious. I think we'd be playing ourselves if we say that they weren't. But again, did he pay you to attack Megan? I think that's the part that would be hard. Like the $3,000 from Tori's dad. She said that basically that was for her kid's birthday, and then different stuff like that. That's what, and it was over a time period, like 200 there, 100 there, and so forth and so forth. But it wasn't like a payment of $3,000 just to talk about Megan. Now they did mention something about him writing a book, and that she wanted him to do promo for a book, but she said that was something else. Megan Thee Stallion was partying on a yacht 2 weeks after the shooting. Oh, well, I don't know if they brought that up. And maybe that'll be something that they bring up tomorrow. So for those of you who don't know, Megan has not testified yet. More than likely, that's going to happen tomorrow. They had Travis, who's her best friend / manager. And then they had the other guy from like Rock Nation or whatever. And this is where Megan kind of loses it a little bit. Not loses it as far as like her mind or whatever, but I mean, as far as like the case, because the guy from Rock Nation seemed like he didn't really know who Milagro was. And then he said something to the effect of like, oh yeah, there's, she's somebody who writes blogs about her. And it's all like, no, Milagro uses her mouth. She don't use her hands. She uses her mouth. No pun intended, but she uses her mouth. What's up, lovely Mo? She uses her mouth. She don't use her hands. She uses her mouth. So I don't know, it seemed like he was confused, and that kind of was like, yeah. But then, y'all, I sway back into when they're playing like the audio and stuff of like Milagro going off and shit like that. Listen, those Caucasians are not going to like Milagro in the way that she speaks. Again, should that matter, the way that she speaks? No, it shouldn't. But as I understand the audio that they played, she was calling her like her like she can't get her wig right, she flabby body, and like called her the hard ER. It's always weird when black people call other black the hard ER. I'll be like, okay, I don't think that's funny. But called her the hard ER and like, I don't know. Hopefully after this case, which I don't think, I don't think Milagro will change. I just hope, like, I think there's this culture online, right? And I don't mean just black culture, but just because I have a platform, I can say whatever I want to. You can't. You can't. There's consequences, you know? And I think everybody thinks like, oh, if I just go to Rumble, I'll be able to say whatever. But yeah, Rumble at the end of the day is not as big as YouTube, right? So you're still kind of losing out on money and stuff like that. But I digress. But people want this whole, oh, this free speech. And I'm all for free speech. I don't think in censoring, but I mean personally, for you, personally, as a human being, would you like people saying the shit that you say about other people? Would you like that said about you? Sometimes I have to ask myself because, you know, sometimes I'll go in on people and I'll be like, maybe that wasn't nice, or maybe I shouldn't have did that. You know, sometimes I think about that too. But essentially, I kind of have to think like, all right, I ain't got to say it like that, or I don't have to be that way to get my message across. I can use a different word or a different term to get my message across without trying to be provocative. And I think with Milagro, it's not that she says anything that, you know, I haven't heard or I'm not that I'm not used to, but you don't have to do that. And I think like Milagro, with the kind of audience that she has, they're going to rock with her either way. Like she has a built audience already. Like I would understand if she was just trying to get her feet in the game and, you know, she trying to work some shit out and trying to get out there, which I mean, technically we're all still, even when you are at a certain level, you're trying to get out there. But I feel like if she's just, you know, calm, natural, just who she is, then I don't feel like she has to be that controversial to get her message across. Like, would you guys, if Milagro turned it down a little bit, would y'all still rock with her? I think people would. Even Tasha K doesn't go in the same way she does. Like Tasha K has really toned down too. And maybe it just comes with age and, you know, more knowledge and stuff like that, and depending on where you plan on going. Maybe Milagro, her aspirations isn't to be on TV or to go anywhere else. Maybe it's just like, hey, I love talking my shit on Station Head, and you know, that's what I like to do. And hey, and she like it, I love it. You know, she like it, I love it. But again, even with that being said, I don't feel like there's some of the things that she says, I don't think she has to. Like, not that I don't think, she does not have to. You don't have to say certain things like, I think this is something that I still struggle with when it comes to fighting with people online and going back and forth and stuff like that, because I'll probably, you know, say, oh, well, you look ugly or you're stupid or something like that. And then they'll come back with, well, I want you to die. And he's like, whoa, whoa. And so then I feel like, okay, well, you did that. Then I have to top you and go to the extreme. And it's all like, no, AT2, you don't have to do that. Like, you really don't have to go to the extreme. You can still be who you are. Let them look like a fool while you know, cool. And this is kind of like a different situation, but I just kind of wanted to give you an example from my own personal experience. Because, I mean, Megan is not attacking Milagro. It's literally Milagro talking about her. I know she is going to fall back on Megan. Oh, yeah, with that gag order, yeah, definitely she going to have to keep her mouth shut. Yeah. The haters make up all type of lies regarding Megan being shit. Whether she was dancing or partying on a boat, she was still shot. Oh, you meant shot. Oh, got you. Okay. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, like I said, I don't know about the boat thing. If y'all can send me an article or send me a picture of Megan chilling on the boat, I'll go ahead and show it on my community post. Milagro should have not been online harassing that lady for 5 years. Now she got to suffer the consequences. Yeah, and that kind of goes to my thought process about, okay, well, why didn't you do Megan or Joe Budden or academics? Not necessarily academics, but Nikki and Joe Budden would be her peers. So these are people actually attached to the industry. And I'll go ahead and throw in DJ Academics. DJ Academics kind of go both ways. Pause, but goes both ways. So, that's why I'm all like, okay, not him. But now I'll go ahead and include DJ Academics because he does have a career, right? Those are more of her peers. Milagro, and I'm not trying, and listen, Milagro has a bigger platform than I do. So I can't play her. But who's a Milagro? Megan can really play this up as like, this is some crazed stalker fan of Tory Lanez that keeps attacking me in the name of, you see how she can spin that? And let's be honest too, the three people, Nikki, Joe Budden, DJ Academics, did not share that deep fake video. That makes a huge difference. And I think after the deep fake video, I think that's when it really got to like, hold on, this is too much. Like, you going way too far. With it, with that, and two, Milagro admitted that, and as I understand, admitted that she knew that it was fake or whatnot, but she still promoted it. She said go to the link in her story or something like that. So yeah, why isn't Megan suing Drake? That would kind of go in the same detail as like Drake is her peer. Drake is her peer. Milagro is, and I don't think that. Well, okay, I'm fucking lying. I think it. She falls into the category. She falls into the category of crazed stalker fan. That's what. She's been talking about Megan for the last 5 years. I mean, it's hard to say that she does not fit into crazed stalker fan. And especially when you have to think about, okay, the case was when did that case happen? Like, not the situation. I know that was during the panorama, but when did the case happen? In 2023? So 2 years removed, she's still talking about it. And also, too, now I don't know why they haven't spun this narrative, because I would think like this would be like something that they would bring up. So you went to, well, no, they kind of brought it up because they also played Kelsey's deposition. But don't forget, she went to the trial and still put out misleading information. I don't want to say misinformation, even though it was information, just like they brought up the whole GUN, Kelsey's testimony and stuff like that. Her deposition originally, not when she got into court and pretended like she had amnesia because she just had a baby. I've never heard of postpartum giving you, not amnesia. Yeah, amnesia. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a woman, but I never heard that it gives you amnesia where you can't remember. Like long-term memory. Short term, I get it, but long term, you can't remember. She handled them on Hiss and got them all quiet. And that's the thing too. She has clapped back to like the Nikki, Joe Budden, Drake. She clapped back at them. With Milagro, I have not heard her clap back at Milagro. So this still puts her as like she's the damsel in distress and Milagro is bullying her. Unless y'all have a video of Megan going at Milagro, I have not seen that. Uh, None of them responded to his except Nikki, and she was ranting for a week. Yeah, Nikki was going, yeah. And you guys, I will do a video about Nikki, the whole UN situation with Nigeria and them saying that there's a Christian genocide. Just to clear that up real quick, it's not a Christian genocide. That terrorist group is killing more Muslims than Christians. That it's a terrorist group. They kill everybody. It's not just specifically. And I probably shouldn't have used the K word, but I mean, it is what it is. But I want to mix that in with the Pharrell situation too, just because I think like these celebrities, they say they're apolitical and they don't get into politics, but yet they put their mouth on shit that they don't know anything about. So I think they need to be dragged appropriately, and I'll do it in a separate video. The lawsuit was avoidable. She messed up having a relationship with Tory Lanez. She should have have given her opinion and not have a personal relationship with. Yeah, I think that. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. No offense, Megan didn't eat up Drake. You didn't even it was about him at first. The whole walking around with the same scars. I thought, now that part was about Drake, right? In his about walking around with the same scars, because you know how they say BBL Drizzy, you know, MAGA is making Nicki listen, Nicki is more educated and a little bit more structured to where they can do that. Kanye is too, you ain't gonna be talking about the Jewish community. Yeah, no. Yeah, Kanye is not sellable. Nicki is sellable, but nah. I knew it was Drake. Okay, yeah, okay, everybody knew. Yeah, okay. Mira, you was the only one who didn't like it. It was, but people didn't block. Okay. You saying at first they didn't? Okay. You meant clock it. Yeah, I did clock that because at that time, remember he was going at Rick Ross and stuff, and so he was calling him BBL Drizzy. Meg said Drake be going getting the BBLs and posted up. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So again, day 3, they had Megan's managers. They had Lenore Walker diagnosed her with PTSD. They brought out the money. Milagro said that was for the birthdays and all that stuff for her kids. They mentioned why haven't they gone after Nicki, Joe Budden, academics. You know, have those. Well, I'll say this: they manager the Travis Ferris guy. They asked him about it. They did not ask Megan. Again, Megan takes the stand tomorrow, so I think tomorrow will really be the day where you know they get to cross-examine and really ask her these questions. Because I mean, I would like to hear from Megan. I think we haven't heard from Megan. We're just kind of hearing through lawyers and people. I think once we hear from Megan and really get her side, that's when we'll be able to really draw a conclusion. Now I want to, you know, we be critical of Armon Wiggins over here, but I will give him his credit when he talks about the cases and stuff like that. It's very entertaining. Very entertaining. However, I feel like he shouldn't have went to this case. I think he could have reported it just from home and saved his money. I think from an entertainment standpoint, thank you for going. Thank you for spending your money. I know they kind of helped him with his plane ticket, but you know, Airbnb in Miami, that shit is not cheap because I was supposed to, it's funny. I was actually going to be in Miami for a couple of days last week, but I didn't end up going to this cruise that I was going to go on. But anyway, so spending money on that, it was a waste. And so I would say don't go. But not only that, just the drama. That's one of the things, like the drama. even though Armon is controversial, he doesn't like confrontation and stuff like that. He doesn't do well with that. He's not somebody um who deals well with confrontation. So there was a situation where somebody had said that Armon, a white lawyer, and Pam Esquire was trying to get him kicked out, and basically it was a lie and a whole made up situation. Now there's specifically that white lawyer, who mentioned that he was making threats. Now the person who allegedly said that they were all trying to get him kicked out was saying like he was rapping Ti in the bathroom. They overheard him and thought that was a threat, quote unquote. Listen, if somebody is rapping song lyrics versus somebody making threats to you. But I guess Armon, he didn't want no problems. He didn't want no issues. He just let it go. But the lawyer guy was trying to get the person making the threats kicked out because I guess he had been harassing other people and stuff like that. So they're trying to get him out. Armon had addressed it on his channel, but he didn't really go into detail. But I found this thing on Twitter. I guess he did a spaces on Twitter or whatever. And it's from blogger Palm Island. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you guys so we can go ahead and get into this. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Hold on. I don't want to put the other person on camera, so I'm going to put this in front of me and just have you guys listen to the audio. Yeah, we don't give promos to crazed people. We only give promo to people who got a brain and got a little piece. They ain't got to have all common sense, just a little piece of common sense,
I just went clean. I hear you now. No, I just went clean. Yeah, we heard you going in and out, boo. Oh, leave me alone. Oh, yeah. They leave me alone. So my thing is this. If y'all fuck with me, bitch, y'all know, like, this is why I do the case, because I like going to courts. I like being if y'all gonna be loud, I'm dropping you. Because I'm trying to get this point out. Okay. So I'm trying to do the case. I'm having a good time, bitch, but y'all have to stop fucking attaching me to fucking weirdos and people that are trying to force engagement with me. Stop. Don't even fucking engage in that bullshit. If you're retweeting, you're making blogs about that shit, I'm blocking you, bitch, because at this point, y'all should know, motherfuckers is weirdos. Bitch, niggas want to engage. Motherfuckers talking about how I got them put out of court. If I want to get a bitch put out of court, they'd have been put the fuck out of court. Why? Because they've been having issues with fucking people every fucking day. I just got here. They've been having a fucking problem. They have problems with people everywhere the fuck they go. I don't talk to this nigga. I don't mention this nigga. I walk past this nigga. To be honest with you, what happened, I went to the fucking bathroom. As soon as I close the door, start pissing, the nigga starts talking shit. A lawyer in the back comes and says, well, what the fuck was going on? I don't know, bitch. I act like I don't hear it. I just feel like, girl, she's maybe talking to herself, bitch. I don't care. I don't give a fuck who you talking to, bitch. I'm not listening. I don't see you. I don't care. So, but them is white people. And one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to take my black ass to fucking Miami, be fighting some fucking idiot in a federal courtroom arguing, and every time I go to court, it's always something. Leave me alone, bitch. Leave me the fuck alone, ho. I don't fuck with you. I don't talk to you. I don't know you. Stop trying to engage with me. We don't have no fucking beef. We don't have no friendship. We don't have shit. Bitch, I don't know you. I don't give a fuck about you. You could die today, bitch. I don't care. Move on with your fucking life. Go away. Let the videos and Bitches is reporting on
He
this
just
like
said he wasn't going to get on there.
Stop making me a fucking headline. Talk about the case. Talk about the case. Like, this shit is annoying. Like, every time I fucking go somewhere, there's a weird ass bitch trying to like make a moment with me. This is why
there's a professional side and there's a ratchet side. Duh.
Bitch, I haven't said one word to no fucking body. Now I'm like, it's so much going on out here. Like, girl, it's nothing going on. I don't know this bitch. I don't talk to this hoe. Like, be clear. The judge went in and said, who's threatening people? Because motherfucker was talking, and the lawyer came and said he heard somebody talking crazy to somebody in the bathroom. If I wanted to, I could have stood up and said, oh, I think this crazy motherfucker was trying to threaten me. But because I didn't even want to be attached to you in any kind of way, bitch, I didn't even want you to get put out. That's how bad I don't want to be attached to you. Because if I would have got up in front of Megan Thee Stallion and Milagro and walked to the fucking in front of the judge, that would have been written down by reporters. I don't want to be attached to you, bitch, so I won't even tell on you.
So here's one of the things where, you know, I want to kind of give my thought about this. The blogger YouTuber had been making threats towards Armon for a couple of days. Well, before Armon even got there, have been, you know, doing videos on him and threatening him and saying, if anybody shows up and harass Milagro, I'm gonna do this and that. And so with that being said, Armon, you kind of knew that this crazed fan was already looking at you, was already looking to do something, because y'all have already had an interaction before at the Diddy trial, and then before that, I would not go anywhere alone. And I'm not saying that you have to be scary or anything like that, but I would have all my ducks in a row. I'm not showing up anywhere by myself where somebody is going to threaten me or do anything, because here's the thing. Now, do I think that he should have went up to the court and said, like, kick this person out? Yes. Hold on, let me show my face real quick. Hold on, let me show my face so you guys can see me. Y'all already figured out who I'm talking about, so I can go ahead and take it down, so it's fine. You know, do I think that he should have said something like, hey, this person is bothering me, they're harassing me? Yes, I definitely think that he should have said, yeah, like, get this person out of here. So then you could be cool and you could breathe, because again, you can say, oh, I'm just ignoring it, blah, 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 blah. But somebody who does not take medication and off their rocker, like, you can't trust it. And I think, you know, and I don't want to say Armon is scary, but, you know, Armon can't fight. So when you can't fight, you need to draw. Shit, y'all, I'm about to get blocked. Armon about to block me. Oh, shit. I'll be honest, y'all. So, you know, Armon can't fight. If you know you can't fight, then you need to get the law involved so you can have the situation removed. Because here's the thing, I guarantee you, the blogger guy, he's waiting to do something. He's waiting until the last day to do something. You know? Laugh out loud, anybody that runs up, yeah. This is the same person who ran up on Gene Deal, and Gene Deal snatched him by his neck. So again, you literally are putting yourself in this situation, and you know how this person is. Now, should you be free to go wherever you want to? Yes, of course. But also, too, I'm not going to go to in any situation where I'm not prepared. The whole, oh, I'm just going to stay silent and, you know, pretend like it didn't happen. No. You cannot do that with this person. This person is a violent criminal. You know, they went to jail and everything like that. They're convicted of, you know, being violent. for assault. So with that being said, this person could possibly assault you. I would be very cautious and very careful with that, hey, at the last day of the trial, you know, you might want to have you some security. Yeah, Bunny, like the fool was in jail for 30 days for assaulting somebody. So it's all like with somebody like that unhinged, you know, I'm one of those people where, granted, because I weigh 755 pounds, you know, a lot of people don't approach me like they want to do something to me. You know, like you would have to jump me because I weigh 755 pounds. So, you know, not too many people would like try to come up to me and do something, right? But somebody who, you know, is a little frail like Armon, yeah, people are going to want to challenge you and stuff like that, you know? And I shouldn't say frail, but you oh yeah, he blocking the shit out of me. He is blocking me. Hold on, let's see in real time if I'm blocked. Hold on. Let's see. Because I follow him on Instagram, right? Let me see. No, I'm not blocked. Okay, we good. I'm not blocked. Yeah, you just gotta be prepared with somebody like that, you know? Again, shout out to Palm Island on Twitter.
Does that make sense? Fuck. I don't want to have nothing to do with you, bitch. I don't care what you're talking about. Leave me alone. Why would I don't care about you enough to even want you to get kicked out. I don't even want to be anywhere wrapped up in you to get you put in, to get you kicked out. I don't want nothing to do with you. So there's no reason for me to get you kicked out, because then it's all of a sudden we're in a thing. We don't have a thing. We don't have a beef. We don't have a thing. We don't have nothing. Babe, leave me alone. I don't like you. You don't like me. I don't know you. I don't give a fuck about you. Bitch, I don't care. Move on.
Yeah,
What the fuck is
that's
your
how I
obsession
be
with
feeling.
me? Bitch, you've been making videos about me since you heard that I was coming out here. Like,
bitch, just see it. Why not just listen to it?
That's like, girl, you've been making videos about me like every day. Like, girl, like, I don't even watch those videos. Like, leave me alone. That's like really starting to get like, I'm really gonna have to go to fucking court on this bitch. But even that, I don't want to be mixed with you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to be my name. I don't want to be attached to you. I don't even want to be even in legal with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. When people Google my name, I don't want to be associated with you.
You did right.
But it's like but what I'm trying to say is, I don't think you guys are realizing that people are like forcing interactions. So today I said nothing. I didn't even respond. This is me saying something now. This is too much. But yet you go and make a video and I'm seeing it getting shared down Twitter. Like, we had a thing today. We did not have a thing. There was no thing. I don't.
So Armon is upset, and rightfully so, because basically he's saying, like, you know, I didn't interact with them, but again, the other blogger knows how to work the system. If I put Armon name in the title and I say Armon try to do this and set me up, there's a whole bunch of people who don't like Armon or think Armon, you know, would do that. They are going to share that. And so he's seeing that and I'm like, damn, I don't want no attachment. And I get what he's saying, because there's been times where I've been attached to this person too. And I'm all like, please don't attach me. Please don't. Like, I even thought about this too. Before I did this video, I was like, 82, should you bring this up? Like, should you leave it alone? And I was all like, no. I'm not going to let nobody scare me into saying anything. I think this is relevant because, again, it's showing how this person will make up stories. This is their whole existence on YouTube. They just make up stories and attach themselves to people. And it's all like, yo, we're not like, what? I'm happy somebody is speaking out and calling it out in real time. Like, we didn't have no interaction. Nothing fucking happened between us. Stop making up shit.
Oh, why is your face sitting next to mine? There's no thing.
He really
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's so annoying. It's like, bitch, I don't want to look at you. I don't care about you. Go be great. Move on. Girl, that's so fucking annoying. It's like,
But
God,
you think, though, people can't be great with you in a way, so they're going to try to do anything to take you out the spot.
But it's like, why you want to, like, if I don't like somebody, if I really just don't like you, why would I want to be attached to you?
Because
why do I want to force an engagement with you?
Period.
Like, why do I want to be mentioned with you? Why?
Because they fans.
He just wanted that moment. Like, the court thing is like, you're known for like the court thing. So after, I just feel like, since you're known for that, people is going to try to get their moments at the courthouse with you, to knock you off your game and to try and take the spot that you're at. Every time. That's why you think, bitch, I'm too fly.
Baby, they want your rotating position on
like, what asshole would come to Miami and try to do some stupid shit at federal fucking court? Like, you think I'm gonna spend my fucking money and my time? Only an idiot with nothing to fucking lose would do shit like that. I got real shit going on in my real life. That's dumb as fuck.
Whoever asked y'all who was threatening who in the restroom, had you would have got up and said something, you could have pulled up that video of him, because he was whoever he may have been threatened, because it just so happened that he put this on Twitter that anybody that come, or basically he gonna be on that, and then the following day after he posts that, somebody is getting threatened. That
see, premeditated. Everything that this character does is premeditated. He was all, like I told you guys in the beginning, he was already making threats. And that's why I was all like, why would Armon put himself in a situation where somebody is already making threats at you? And it's not to say that, oh yeah, you should be scared for your life, but at the same token, like, you have to take yourself out of it sometimes and be like, yo, I could probably do my shit from home and still make it funny or entertaining. Like, yeah.
I don't care about none of your fucking threats, bitch. I don't care about you. Go away. Like, it's not even something to even argue. I don't want to argue with you, boo. I'm not beefing with you. I'm not beefing with nobody. Like, why? I don't have to beef with nobody. Bitch, I'm up. Go away.
Exactly.
I don't talk to you.
Exactly.
Armon Wiggins tried to get me booted.
Oh, no. Definitely not. Hold on. No free promo. No free promo. We gave you enough promo. Who's Armon? Armon is a YouTuber. He's known for the Diddy case. Well, he's kind of infamous because he, at the end of the case, he was rubbing body oil on himself and stuff like that. But he's a YouTuber. He talks about all the rap girls and stuff like that. So, you know, it would make sense for him to be there, right? But I'm all like, this case isn't even big enough. Like, you're not even going to recruit the funds that you spent to even go down there. I don't think it was worth it. But hey, he wanted to put on an entertaining show, and that's what he's doing, right? What's up, Lady Letitia? How you doing? Desperado. Some of them plan to come up to you to start shit for clout, right? Powder wants to hitch himself on Armon Star. Yeah. That's always like a weird thing to me when people want to attach themselves to somebody, and especially when like it's not making you look good. Like, I don't like, there's certain people who, okay, for example, and I'll use Armon. When Armon and Tasha K, you know, had their falling out or whatever, right? The people who didn't like Tasha K went with Armon. They were like, okay, this is where I can go, where I can trash Tasha K because I know he don't like her and stuff like that, right? And it works. So sometimes you have like these big falling outs and stuff like that where you can go over to the other side, or to, you know, like the people that hate them will swing your way. Well, with the other gentleman, I won't say, fuck it. With Powder, With Powder, Mr. Powderhead, he's not likable into way where you would want to, like, all the Armon haters are going to go to him. It's not going to work that way because you're not likable. You know, you're very mean, you're very angry, very like, it's a dark energy, and people realize that. It's not going to sway in your favor that way. Where Armon, even though he's an asshole, there is a likability about him. Like, you can still be an asshole and still be likable. With Powder, he's not likable at all. So that attaching your name to somebody and being kind of like the hate channel, it's not going to work. At least very unhinged. Ding, 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 ding. You got it. Why was he yelling at the mother? Wait, who? I didn't see that. What Powder said to Cardi was weird, but he got his viral moment. And that's the thing too. That kind of goes into, see how we circle back? That goes into Milagro. Like, I think you can be provocative without going the extra mile. Milagro's in the situation that she's in right now because she took it too far. And with that Cardi situation, that guy took it too far too. But with this, took it too far. Like, you don't have to do the extra shit. You can still be entertaining. You can still be funny without being mean-spirited with that dark energy. Like, you can still, and here's the thing. Sometimes when you try to tell a joke or something like that, you got to make sure that the joke is funny. You got to make sure people are laughing with you. If people are looking like, this motherfucker's crazy, that's an issue. You know, that's a straight up issue. Right, buddy. You're right about that. Like, yeah, it didn't get you no fame, no popularity. Yeah. And, you know, I haven't done my video about this yet, but one of the reasons why I don't talk about celebrity gossip really, and I move more into politics, is because I just hated hurting people's feelings. Y'all got me all sensitive and shit like that. I hate showing y'all my real side. But I honestly feel bad when I go in on people or when I talk about people. I do. I don't like being mean. I have it in me, right? I do have it in me. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can go back to my previous videos and see where I'm tearing these motherfuckers up. But I don't like it. And honestly, it's like, I don't really hate these people. I don't know them to hate them. You know what I mean? And so when, you know, doing politics, it's more or less like I'm trying to fight for, you know, I feel like I'm fighting for something. Where I'm not fighting against somebody, I'm fighting for something. Like, I'm trying to get information out there. I'm trying to tell people why, you know, something is important and what we should pay attention to and how we can make this country better. Like, I feel like I'm fighting for something compared to with celebrity gossip. I just feel like I'm gossiping like a little bitch. I don't know what other way to put it. I'm sorry. That's how I feel, you know? And this is kind of like one of the situations I think I haven't really processed it, but when I got that cease and desist from 50 Cent, and then I got a call from my parents, and mind you, my family don't watch me like that, but the fact that my parents happen to watch me and that, you know, and they called me about that, I was like, okay, I think I need to change some things up, you know. And granted, I didn't end up getting sued or anything like that, but you know, it is what it is. And Bianca, is that really you? Isn't Bianca beautiful, y'all? You know, I'm always kind of like, you know, taken back, like, oh, you follow me? You know, I just pictured like y'all all ugly as me, but you know, not everybody follow me is ugly. So I'm happy. Y'all know I'm just talking shit. I love all of y'all. All of y'all beautiful. Y'all are beautiful, no matter what they say. Yes, words can bring you down. Oh no. So don't you bring me down. Dang, I need down. Christina Aguilera used to have the hits back in the day, huh? I don't know what she's singing about, but that beautiful. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Yes, we're okay. Let me get the hell up out of here, y'all. You know, I only like to go an hour. Well, you know, y'all don't get more than that. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Excuse me. Yes, you are me. Yes, me. You are. I'm here to hear your opinions on current events. I don't care if it's celeb gossip, politics, or social. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I appreciate all of y'all for giving me compliments. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I love y'all for watching. Thank y'all for, showing me nothing but love. We'll be back tomorrow. I got to do some editing and figure some shit out because, I got to fight that strike and shit. But I love y'all. Be safe. Good night.